Hello students, welcome back to math class. Today we're going to be digging in deeper to repeated addition. Today we'll learn to answer to this question. How can we use repeated addition to solve a multiplication sentence? Multiplication is related to addition. Multiplication is the act of putting equal groups together. So is repeated addition. Let's see how these two are the same. Here's 3 times 2. That's 3 groups of 2. So here's my 3 groups, and I'll put 2 inside. Remember, arrays in equal groups. That can be objects, pictures, or numbers. So here's 3 groups of 2. Now this looks familiar. If I add plus signs, I have a repeated addition sentence. So multiplication and addition are answering the same question. How many groups of do we have? So 3 times 2, or 2 plus 2 plus 2 can be solved the same way. Now I know how to skip count by 2, so I can solve this quickly. 2, 4, 6. So if 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6. Let's work a little more on this. Here's 2 groups of 5. I have my 2 groups. Now what will I put inside? You're right, 2 groups of 5. So how can I solve this using repeated addition? I simply add my 2 groups of 5. What's 5 plus 5? 10. If 5 plus 5 is 10, then 2 times 5 is 10. Now you try. Get a marker board or a piece of paper and be ready to try out with me. I want you to use a repeated addition sentence to solve the following. 3 times 6. Pause the video and come back when you're ready to check your work with me. Alright, you've had time to write your own repeated addition sentence. Let's try this out together. 3 times 6. That's 3 groups of 6, or 3 rows of 6. So here's my 3 groups. Equal groups, equal rows. So I make sure I put 6 in each. And then, to solve using repeated addition, I simply add. So 6 plus 6 plus 6. I'm going to use known facts. I know that 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 more is 18. So here's my repeated addition sentence. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. I know 3 times 6 is 18. Now, pause the video. Write a repeated addition sentence for 4 times 5. Alright, you've had time to try it out. Now, check it with mine. 4 times 5. That's 4 groups of 5. So I'll draw my 4 groups. Equal groups, equal rows. I put 5 in each. 5, 5, 5, 5. Now I simply add to solve that repeated addition sentence. I can use known facts or skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Or known facts. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. So, repeated addition, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. So I know 4 times 5 equals 20. Let's make repeated addition sentences for arrays. Here I have an array. And remember, an array always shows how many groups of, which is the same of how many rows of. So, let's count our rows. Remember, rows go left to right. It's like putting beads on a string. So 1, 2, 3. We have 3 groups or 3 rows. And how many are in each group or on each row? I simply count one row. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this array shows 3 groups of 4 or 3 rows of 4. I know that I'm solving 3 times 4. How can I make a repeated addition sentence for that though? 3 rows of 4, 3 groups of 4. So just like in the array, we got 3 rows. In my repeated addition sentence, I need 3 groups. And how many is in each row or group? 4. So we have 4 plus 4 plus 4. There's our 3 groups. And our groups and our rows must be equal. So what is 4 plus 4 plus 4? I can skip count or use known facts. I'm going to use known facts. I know 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 more is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can always use touch points to quickly add up my repeated addition sentence. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what's so great about multiplication. There's so many different strategies I can use to answer. I just need to find what strategies work best for me. So if 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12, what does 3 times 4 equal? You're right, it equals 12. Because multiplication and repeated addition both solve for the same problem. Now, get ready to try this on your own. I have my array. I need to solve that question of how many rows of. Rows go left to right. It's like putting beads on a string. So let's count our rows. 1, 2. 2 rows of blank. My rows are equal, so I just need to count how many objects are on one row. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this array shows 2 rows of 7, which is the same as 2 groups of 7. How do we write a repeated addition sentence for 2 times 7? Well, I have 2 rows, 2 groups. Here's my 2 groups. I keep them equal. There's 7 in each, just like there's 7 in each row. So what is 7 plus 7? That's a doubles fact. 7 plus 7 is 14. So I know 2 times 7 is 14. Let's review. We can use repeated addition to help us solve multiplication. They both solve for equal groups or equal rows. We can write repeated addition sentences and multiplication sentences for equal groups and arrays. Let's take a quick look at the difference between equal groups and arrays. They're both a quick way to draw to solve for repeated addition or multiplication. If you can't skip count or use repeated addition, then one of these drawing strategies would be a great way for help you learn those multiplication facts. Equal groups. When I'm drawing equal groups, I like to draw squares or circles. So this is 3 groups of 4. So 3 groups. I like to draw my groups a little bit bigger. That way I know I have enough room to put my equal groups inside of. 3 groups of 4. That means I'm going to put 4 in each group. Tally marks are a great way to keep your objects organized nice and neatly into your groups. Arrays, well, those are nice and neat rows and columns. Remember, it's like putting beads on a string to make a necklace. So 3 times 4. That's 3 rows of 4. 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And I put 4 on each because my rows must be equal, just like my groups are equal. 4 on each. Now, let's see if I can use an equal group and an array to solve the same multiplication fact. Do you think that these two pictures will help me both solve 3 times 4? Well, let's count. I can count them individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 times 4 is 12. Or, the more I count, the more I'm able to do skip counting. So I'm going to skip count by 4 on the array. 4, 8, 12. Looky there. Equal groups and arrays both help me get to the right product or the right answer. 3 times 4 is 12. Good luck and goodbye, kiddos.